drink thing on. Can everybody hear me okay?
Huh?
Casey, give me a yeah.
Yeah. I know, kids are
Asa, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Sounds great. So good.
Here we are. I can't believe here we are. You did it. I'm Martin.
You gonna talk about Charleston?
No, we're not saying anything about Charleston. For those that I haven't met, I'm really good friends with Ponch. I've known Ponch since before he was Ponch. He was Brian when I first met him. I think we were 6 years old, and we've kind of grown up together. Went to high school together, then went to App State together. He ran around the world and came back to Atlanta, and now you're getting married.
No, I got married.
Now you're married. So, are we grown up now? We're grown ups?
the baby.
I kind of feel like I'm 6 years old when I get around you. But I feel like I'm speaking for all of our group of fans, because Kara, I met you maybe a year ago, 6 months ago. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I've known you for a long time, because when Ponch met you, you were all he talked about. It's Kara. And I was like, okay. And I think he might have called you Mrs. Rollinson a couple times.
Wishful thinking, I suppose.
But the way Ponch talked about you, we all kind of knew you were it. And the way Ponch acts since he's been with you, we all kind of knew you were it. Yeah. We all know Ponch wears his emotions on his sleeves. And my whole life, and then at App State, Ponch would seek advice from not just me, but any of his friends. It seemed like from the biggest decisions he's got to the silliest decisions he's got, he asks advice from everybody. But it seems like since you guys have grown closer and closer together, he's got somebody now that he can get that from. It's cool. But not just the advice thing, not just that he wears his emotions on his sleeve, but it kind of goes both ways. The highs he wears on his sleeves and the lows. And we all love the highs. When Ponch gets excited about something, it is so contagious. The most mundane things that you would just miss throughout the day, that you don't care about. At the end of the day, Ponch is telling a story about it. And Corey and I were talking about this the other day, and he starts telling this story about something you've forgotten about, and it's the funniest thing you've ever heard of. That enthusiasm is, I think, one of my favorite things about you. I think for people who know you, that's what they love about you. When you enter a room and you have that excitement about you, it's on. And you take that excitement into the stories that you tell. Has anybody ever heard Ponch tell a story? Yeah. It's awesome to hear a Ponch story. Who said that? God, you already figured that out? Ponch can exaggerate things so bad. Have you ever been on the receiving end of one of his exaggerations? He loves to tell stories about you in a room full of people that were not true. Like when we were in Charleston and we all went fishing, he caught a shark and we had like this big fish pot. And we got back, it was like a 60-pound shark. It was a big shark. Immediately when we got on the dock, feet are on the dock, that shark was 100 pounds. Was it or was it not? Did you say it was 100 pounds?
I thought I said 200 pounds. That shark kept getting bigger.
Big shark.
So yeah, we love it. We love that you embellish stuff. Even when I'm on the receiving end of your lies, I still love it. But I'm not always on the receiving end. Because you also like to play golf. And let me tell you about Ponch playing golf. Ponch and I have played golf together since we were like this big. There's a picture of us, we were probably 7 years old, in our neighborhood golf course, standing together. And Ponch has two trophies, I think, and I have one, and I don't know what they're for. But as we've grown older, he's gotten a whole lot better at golf. But a few years ago, we were playing golf in Arizona, New Mexico. We had a little out west trip, and we decided to go see the Grand Canyon. It was awesome. And when we got to the Grand Canyon, one of us had an idea to take a driver with us and act like it was a walking stick. And we both filled our pockets full of golf balls, like bulging full of golf balls. So we're walking past all these tourists with golf balls in our pocket, and we're trying to act like my driver is a walking stick, and I'm pretty sure everyone knew. But we got away from the tourists, and we kind of found this one little place where the path that you walk on around the Grand Canyon kind of veered away from the Grand Canyon because there was a peninsula into it. So we snuck down to this peninsula, and nobody could see us. You could kind of see people way far from the distance to the next peninsula, and it was beautiful. So we teed up some golf balls. And this was when you could take videos on cell phones. So I have proof of this. This is not embellishment. So we took a few tee shots, hit them in the Grand Canyon, and then I gave Ponch my driver and my golf tee, and my golf club, and my golf balls. And he tees one up, and he tops it. And it hits a rock in front of us. It ricochets behind us. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I said, "You just missed the Grand Canyon." And it is on video, and to this day, whenever he really does start beating me a lot, I'm going to have that over you. Oh, he didn't tell you that? So anyway, I feel like I need to wrap it up right here, but one more thing I feel like I need to say is, Ponch, I love you, man. And on the way down here, on the way on my shuttle, shuttling the girls down our driveway, I told Kara that she's getting a great guy. And Melissa chirps in and she goes, "Well, he's getting a great girl too." And that's how I want to end it. Is I totally agree with that. You're getting a great guy, and he's getting a great girl, and I think we're all super happy about it.
Yeah.